I'm Chris. This is Andy Fackrell. My name is Chris Mendola. We're going to talk today about our agency and what we've learned over the last few years, which will hopefully be relevant to you guys as agency people, clients, or production partners. So there's hopefully some relevant points just so we can talk about how our agency has evolved. First chart, a constant state of evolution. So this is a big truth. This is something that everybody here and outside of this room has come to realize by now. We are in a constant state of evolution, and our world has changed. Technology and human behavior has changed our world forever, and will continue to. And as a result, our industry has changed, and it's in a constant state of evolution. So things will continue to evolve. At our agency, at 180, the very simple realization that we've come to, like so many others in the whole industry, is that there can be no single answer to our constantly evolving world. There cannot be one single answer. And for any client, it's very dangerous for them to dig in with one single approach to engaging a consumer. So as a result, for any agency out there, certainly ourselves, you risk shriveling up on the vine pretty quickly if you say that you do one thing one particular way. So we feel we need to be careful about the single answer and the one single answer. If we dig in too deep or we commit to one single approach, we may become irrelevant to the changing world around us. So we're going to chat a bit about our agency model. The first chart is not working. Is credibility. We think credibility can be measured very, very simply. It's in the most simple way, the way we kind of talk about it, is the amount of people who are saying, I need you, I want to be with you, as opposed to credibility being defined by these self-proclamations that we know better than them. There's a lot of that in our industry. We read about it every single day in the press, in all the headlines. Now, this might sound kind of harsh, but it's very truthful. And my partners and I have had lots of honest conversations about this, and how we're going to approach the industry for our agency. So the truth of the matter is there's lots of credible people, and there's lots of credible agencies in the world out there, incredibly talented people. Advertising agencies, digital agencies, retail, PR, media agencies, et cetera, et cetera. But things start to get very, very interesting when you start introducing flexibility to the equation. So we think that the key to solving different problems or seizing different opportunities is applying a wide spectrum of credible expertise in a very flexible manner. It's very logical based on the needs that are out there. So we're going to continue to talk about this theme today as we go through the next 40 minutes in our presentation. There are many different clients out there, different kinds of clients all over the world, not to mention many different types of clients inside a single client organization. So our big wake-up call was when we realized that we will get more seats at different types of tables with different types of clients if we can create a flexible agency model that can adapt to different types of client needs. So what are the different types of client needs? Fragmentation. Fragmentation is something that just has to be realized. It's not meant as an insult. It's not meant as anything derogatory toward any client organizations, but it's the truth. There's fragmentation. If you look at it, this is from our experience at least. We've experienced international versus local. We've experienced brand awareness versus sales conversion. This is the big one, of course, advertising, digital, retail, design, media, production, the list goes on, PR. That is a real, a big deal that we've all experienced. Budgets, decision-making. Budgets used to sit in 1-2 departments inside clients. They're sitting inside 2, 3, 4, 5 different departments. And with that, decision-making changes. That's something that needs to be realized. That's a client need. That's a reality. You can't complain about it. It's kind of like, all right, you have to understand that and realize that. And lastly, perceptions versus perceptions versus perceptions. We live in a world of they don't get it or I get it better. And so that's actually a barrier, and that's something that exists, and that needs to be considered as well. So This is how we have set up at 180. First, it's good to know what our physical situation is, because physicality and proximity is a big thing for agencies. We sit in a row of 4 different canal houses in Amsterdam, in the center of Amsterdam. They're literally right next to each other, but they're connected to each other. We also have a beach house in Los Angeles. So first, let's start with 180. We do the same thing that we've been doing for the last 11 years. We create concepts and content which travel across channels, mediums, and cultural boundaries. That hasn't changed. The next thing we've added to our model is a group called RIOT. So about 1 year ago, we started RIOT with our Adidas client in mind. This is a 50-person digital group, which we started with critical mass and TBWA, specifically Colleen DeCourcy from TBWA. Now, this group specializes, it's about, as I said, about 50 people, and it specializes in distributing content and commerce in the social space.